Okay, in this video, we're going to look at one of your homework problems from Chapter 8. Specifically, we are looking at PR8-2. I've taken the information from Connect and put it into Excel. The only thing that I added, apart from just converting this to Excel, is some formulas that we're going to be using just so you could have those as a reference point as we go through the problem. This says Jittery Joe's Coffee Roasters produces, I'm just reading from up here right now, produces and sells freshly roasted coffee beans. Assume that the company sells everything it produces each month. Management expects the following financial and production results for each month in 2023. And so what we have is various different financial items that come from the financial data for Jittery Joe's. And what we're asked to do is assume that each can of coffee sells for $12.10, and we're asked to calculate residual income. To do that, I put in the formula over here to calculate residual income, which is operating income minus our minimum rate of return times our investment or total assets that we have here. Okay, so using this information, first thing we have to do is calculate operating income. Operating income is going to be the revenue minus the cost. So what we want to do is take our revenue, which we sell each can of coffee for $12.10. So I'm going to take 12.1 and multiply that by the number of cans of coffee that we're selling, which they tell us production is 91,400. Okay, then we're going to subtract from that our costs. We have variable costs that we have to consider, which we again sell 91,400 cans, and we need to multiply that by the variable costs, the costs that are going to increase in total with the number of cans of coffee that are sold. They tell us variable costs are $5 per can. And then we also need to subtract out the fixed costs, which do not vary in total. They're stagnant or held constant in total as the number of cans sold or produced vary, at least up within a certain sort of relevant range. So within a certain sort of range that we're talking about here. So let's subtract out the fixed costs here. Okay, this is going to give us operating income, which was our first component that we have for residual income. And now what we need to do is subtract from that our minimum rate of return, which is this required rate of return here, times our investment, which we can substitute in total assets for our investment. Calculate out, and this will give us 104,990, and this should be our residual income for this particular period. So this finishes this homework problem, so I'm going to stop sharing and stop the video.